Ugh. Man, we're reaching uncomfortable levels of glory right now. Uncomfortable levels, chat. Uncomfortable levels. Hope you guys are ready. It's going to be good. Oh, man. I'm going to give everybody a little bit of time to show up so I don't have to, like, explain everything 600 times. Hey, Lord Barwick! Thanks for that, son. Summary of the last session. That's true. That's true. That was pretty much... Yeah, that was pretty much the entirety of that session. Okay. Once the song finishes, the session's gonna start, guys. It's giving everybody some time to get here, and then we're gonna get rolling. Man, I love this song. How's my hood look? I'm good. Hey, Screwbody! Thanks for that Twitch Prime sub. Tilt in the tail of the big-ass rock. You look like the Greybeards from Skyrim. That's a pretty good compliment. Gotta use the power of the Thuum. Is Tilt secretly stir? I'm guessing based on his rolls. You know, you're not wrong. I should totally have him roll for Tilt, and it will probably be the same. Oh, God. What's up, Wild TNT? Hello, everyone. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another exciting episode of Twitch Chat Plays Dungeons & Dragons. When we last left our heroes, they had just entered the Scarred Steppes, and within the Valley of Valor, they took to rest and camp. Mon, whilst sleeping, was unaware that his younger companions were up to no good, for as it seems, Valerie, I guess she's older than him, but that's not important, Valerie was beset by strange whispers and other arcane nerdery, and made her way towards some old ruins. Tilt and Clyde, hoping that she didn't cause any more problems for everyone, decided to follow her. And what ensued was an exploration into some old ruins, followed by a few battles with some sand shrikes, which left our heroes dazed, reeling, about to break. And then finally, having released an arcane spirit of an old wizard from Majatal, they faced against this horrid creature and barely came out alive. When we will pick up our story will be them completing the journey some few weeks since that time. During the journey, Clyde and Valerie recovered from their wounds, although slowly and painfully. Clyde took it upon himself to learn this lesson on proper tactics, but was still very green. Thankfully, with Mon's help, by attending to the Song Steel Academy, he might finally become an adept. So, we pick up our story with Mon and the crew entering the academy as Mon gives a tour of the grounds. Oh, I should probably stop being on fire now. Okay. Well, here we are, my lad. Welcome to the Song Steel Academy. A fancy name, if I do say so myself. I'm sure you'll like it very much. Well, it sure is a great-looking place, Mon. How big is this place? Well, it's nestled inside one of the old castles of Dabarak, from far back in the olden days of the Horse Lords, you see. Oh, I saw no reason why not to use it. Nobody claimed it, so I simply bought it from the crown, and before you knew it, I was set up. Of course, that was back when we had a monarch, before he lost his head. Oh. Come on, boy, I'll show you around. So the party follows Mon as they go further and further into the compound. As you can see here, there are many tents set up within the forge grounds. There are a few tents here in order for you to practice the all-important test of survival out in the wilderness, because as a soldier, my lad, you will never be able to count on the vestiges of a bed, a hot meal, and a woman! Oh, jeez. You know he's right, kid. Nothing like a fine girl to really warm up your day. Yes, indeed, my lad. Come, follow me. There's more to see. Oh, stir, thank you for that host. What a big boy. Mon leads the party through the walkways, up and past the main castle entrance. This here leads to the library, the armory, and the barracks. Simply walk through these doors, and the corridors are long, and they're a bit windy, but you'll find your way. There's really... You just follow the signs. We put up signs for the new recruits. As Clyde follows Mon, he can see all around him that there are many recruits running around, doing many various things, and learning from the academy. They are not important enough for tokens, but just imagine that they're running around, doing things. Mon approaches a large training yard, where there an old man is observing a few students performing their attack cadences and practicing their stances. Clyde, as he approaches following Mon, most of the students turn to look, but one of them in particular notices Clyde, and he and Clyde meet eyes. And for a moment, they share a strange spark of rivalry. And as Mon leads you up to the older gentleman, let's see. Greetings to you, Raiden. It's good to see you.
It is good to see you as well, Mon. I see that you have finally returned from your journeys. This is good. And who is this that you've brought with you? A young lad to be shaped and molded by my hands.
Hello, sir. I'm Clyde Vanson.
Oh, Clyde Vanson. I've heard of your father. Yes, he was quite the craftsman. I take it that he's paid your way here. Unfortunately, Raiden, the town of Scabbard City was attacked upon our way to leave. Really? My goodness, who is so brazen? Well, it seems that a bandit king has risen again. We shall see exactly what that entails, but for now I've taken the boy under my wing.
This catches the attention of this individual, who turns and watches Clyde carefully.
And tell me, how has the new recruits been doing since I left? Most of them are disappointing, although there is one that shows quite the fire of potential. Yes. Really? And whom is that? Why, let me introduce you to him. Gareth, come here.
What's up? My name's Gareth Oak, and I'm the best warrior that you've ever seen.
Such courage on this boy! Quite a bold one, just like you, Clyde.
Yeah, I guess. Sure. So your name's Clyde? I guess that's a name. Put my hood back. Oh, Moon, thanks for the host, man.
Well, follow me, my lad. I shall take you deeper into the castle and introduce you to the other masters. Come, follow me. Follow me, yes.
Tilt decides to stay behind and watch the new recruits. Valerie will follow Clyde. And they will follow Mon into the castle proper. Let's see. And thus, he leads them to the library.
This is the library, where we have books on all sorts of things. Proper combat tactics, anatomy, anything that your young mind might thirst for, my lad.
Oh. Master Widegirth, might I...
Oh, yes, of course, nerd. If you go back to the furthest south of the room, you will find a place in which I believe that will whet your particular frail appetites.
Thank you. Hold on. Moon, thanks for the sub, man.
Now follow me, my lad. I must introduce you to the other masters.
He and Clyde walk through the hall, through the library, and then they come upon another man. This man has short black hair and seems to carry himself with an air of superiority and pessimism. He sits on a chair, inspecting the careful writings and scripts of a few other recruits around him. You hear him make a long, exasperated sigh. As he goes over to one of them and taps his finger indicatively upon the parchment and says, That's not how you spell that. That's not even close to how you spell that. I want to be clear. It seems I have to explain this. Remember, practice makes good. Do you understand that? He will look up and he notices Mon approach. Greetings, Mon. It is good to see you.
It's good to see your bright sunshine face, Staven. Let me introduce you to our newest recruit, Clyde Vanson.
Hello, sir. He's kind of short. Already sucks.
Oh, come now. You haven't even seen the boy's battle potential. I have in a most representative fashion. The boy is quite strong.
But is he smart?
Well, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Put your faith in the light.
Well, let's move along.
Okay. As David goes back to what he's doing, you see that he follows Clyde with a very inspective look, carefully analyzing his steps and the way that he looks at his surroundings. It seems that Staven is not impressed. Mon then leads you over to another table, which is fairly vacant, save for a few very unscrupulous-looking recruits who seem to dart their eyes back and forth towards the masked man that sits at the head of the table. On top of the table, you could see an intricately drawn diagram of the human body, and there are certain pieces that have been marked and etched, covered with attack points, and perhaps lethality points as well. Mon then approaches him.
Esteban, it is good to see you, my friend.
Esteban turns to face Mon. His mask is not removed as he speaks.
Well, it is good to see you again, Mon. I had hoped that no one killed you on your way back. And what do we have here? It seems to be a new recruit you have brought to me, to be molded by the darkness.
Yes, this is Clyde Vanson, our newest recruit. I do so hope that you will teach him well.
We shall see if he possesses the powers required. Tell me, boy, what is better, to strike first or to strike well?
I guess strike first?
Incorrect. The correct answer is both. We'll yet see if you are capable of learning.
Mon will throw back his head and laugh at the trick question.
Oh, yes. Come with me, my lad. Let me show you to the barracks. Oh, the armory, I mean. Pardon.
Okay. Whoop. And so Mon and Clyde enter the armory. Here, recruits go about their ways, hammering out steel, sharpening swords, inspecting armor, and polishing armaments. Here, Clyde actually feels pretty at home, as nostalgia wafts over him in equal respects. A slight tear forms within Clyde's eye as he remembers his father, whose death is still yet raw upon his body.
Oh, come now, lad. I know this might bring back many memories, but remember, your father taught you well. Use it, and you may find that Master Adaman will be quite forthcoming with additional details. Come, meet him. Master Adaman!
A man who is uncomfortably handsome turns to look at Mon and Clyde. It seems that he carries with him the accent of the South.
It is good to see you, Monsieur Whitegirth. Who have you brought with you? Oh, he is a handsome boy. His locks, they could be well crafted, I assure you. Come closer, lad. Let me get a look at your chin.
Without any sort of asking, Adamon the Fair will approach and grab Clyde by the chin and pull him up and start to inspect him carefully, much like one might inspect a pound of meat.
Yes, the marbling upon you will do quite well. I will turn you into a magnificent warrior. Magnifica.
And he will then kiss Clyde on the cheek.
Did your journey go well, Monsieur Whitegirth? Of course it did, Adamon. No one has yet challenged the mighty Whitegirth and lived to tell the tale. Except for the few that did, I guess. That is good to hear. I look forward to teaching you many things, Clyde. Many things.
Put your faith in the light.
As Adaman returns to his work. And now, Monwan will place his hand on Clyde and will say,
That is all the masters. Follow me to your barracks and I'll show you to your room. These are the barracks, my lad. Come, here, this shall be your room.
And he takes you inside your room.
As you can see, things are quite spartan in here, but you have everything a young recruit like yourself will require. A bed, a place to put your things, and a shelf with random things on it that I can't really tell what they are from here. A bottle, a box, is that a poisonous beehive? Who knows? Have fun inspecting it. I have administrative work to do. And once more, welcome to Song Steel Academy, my lad.
Okay. Sorry.
Put your faith in the light.
I'm sorry. Oh man, that made me laugh. Okay. Listen up, Twitch chat. We've now entered a very good point for new people to come in, because this is going to be more or less kind of like a training montage type setup. There will be different events, but over the course of the next year of Clyde's life, you will decide whom he trains with, how he trains, whether or not he challenges Gareth Oak, and if defeating him, what kind of occupation he will take. That means his class. So basically, for the next year of Clyde's life, you get to choose what you do, who he trains with, and depending upon the different combinations that you train with different people, a new class will be given to you at the end of his training, so when he graduates. So, I hope everyone's here paying attention, and I hope everybody here is ready to vote, because we got a lot of voting to do. We got so much to do. So basically, this is how it's going to work. Every time you vote on you get to vote on who he trains with and who he spends downtime with. And this will happen an unknown amount of times. And then, the end of the year will come, and time will progress, and Clyde will slowly become the man that you choose for him to become. So, Glory Stream, buckle your pants and strap in, because it's about to get character creating in here. All right, here we go. So, for your first month, which master, would you like to train with? Choose quickly. Choose carefully. Just realized I don't have any music. Let me fix that. There we go.
Put your faith in the light.
Okay, you have chosen to train with Staven Star. Okay. Well, let me take you there. Boop. Bloop. For the first month, you decide to study under the tutelage of Staven Star. The first round of your training, Staven Star will teach you the importance of flanking, and not just how to stand on the opposite side of someone, but rather the appropriate way to feint, to bait, and specifically how to circle your opponent, that you're able to time it with your comrades, how to read not only the enemy's movements, but the movements of your ally as well. Throughout several times in which Clyde makes a mistake during his movements, his timing, Staven will simply give a large and deep sigh, whereas the other masters of the academy may use a switch or a whip. Staven will simply just say, "That sucks. Try it again." Look, it's okay to make mistakes. It's important that you learn from them. If you can't learn from them, and if you don't do better each time, then you suck. And I don't train students that suck. So don't be a student that sucks. Clyde, greatly not wishing to be a student that sucks, continues to train carefully, watching his every movement. And as such, Clyde gains a +1 to dexterity and a +1 to intelligence, increasing his stats twofold, it would seem. And he is on his way to learning an additional special ability. But after his first month of careful study and meaningful practice, Clyde must now choose whom he spends his downtime with. Choose carefully. Choose quickly, chat! You have little time! You have chosen Valerie. You decide that maybe you gave Valerie kind of a bad shake the first time you met her, and so you decide to spend your free time with... Where'd she go? Over here. You decide to spend your free time with Valerie and read some of her nerdy books with her. Valerie at first was unsure of your presence, but after a month, she actually seems to look forward to it, as Clyde's simple humor and constant misunderstanding of what these books contain and the knowledge they have means that Valerie takes a tutorial role and is actually able to help Clyde advance in his studies. By spending time with Valerie, Clyde gains an additional +1 to intelligence and +2 affinity with Valerie. Let's see. Good job, guys. All right. After your first month has passed, it seems that Clyde is starting to grow a little taller, to feel a little stronger. After spending so much time studying, however, he seems to not have seen much of Tilt, and as such, misses him a little bit, but he's sure that the halfling warrior is doing fine. So now, Twitch chat, for your second month, whom would you like to train with? Choose quickly, chat. You have little time. You have chosen Esteban Eclair. The masked man intrigues Clyde, and he decides to spend the next month training with him. As he does so, Clyde, being one of the few students who actually has any potential at all, actually spends a lot of one-on-one time with Esteban, who takes him to the side and shows him his own personal notes on the human body. Specifically, he shows him how to strike from stance, not with strength, but with speed.
Pay careful attention, Clyde. To move from one central stance and to attack an enemy directly, that is the key to defeating your enemies. For more often than not, it is the first strike that hits that can end a fight, and I shall teach you the way. Hold your weapon so that the edge is constantly away from the enemies. And remember, the darkness is your ally. For unlike you, I was born in it, molded by it. I did not see the light until I was already a man. But you will have to be a guest in the darkness embrace.
After spending time with Esteban Eclair, Clyde feels more confident with his blades, and as such gains a +1 to dexterity and a +1 to strength. After spending that time learning, it's time to spend a little downtime. But whom will Clyde spend downtime with? Choose carefully! You have very little time, chat!
5 seconds remain.
You have chosen to spend time with Tilt. You approach Tilt out in the training yard. As he turns to look up when you approach him.
Oh, there you are, kid. It's been a while since I saw you. It's good to see you. Oh, you're looking a little taller.
But then again, all you long shanks kind of look the same. I was actually about to head out and start doing some fishing. You want to join me? Sure, Tilt. So Tilt and Clyde head out to the pond and fish. Whilst they are there, they catch many large, impressive catches. A few bass. Unfortunately, Clyde only catches a perch. He's not very good at fishing. But the whole time they are there, they laugh, they smile, they backslap, and share good times that they have already experienced together, and a hope of what might be to come. As such, Clyde gains a +1 to wisdom, because it is important to learn when to take it easy. And he has gained a +2 affinity with Tilt. Okay. The next month, however, something happens. Whilst out in the training yard, under the tutelage of Sir Raiden Clast, it seems that Gareth Oak has become quite popular with nearly every recruit, and is not more than once shown his disdain for the fact that some of the masters treat you with a little more attention than they do him. And as such, Gareth walks out onto the courtyard and directly challenges Clyde to a practice duel. If you think you got what it takes, special boy, then come and face the Oak. But be warned, for the Oak is hard and strong, and is not easily toppled. Clyde, how do you react? Choose quickly, chat. You have a little time. You have chosen to be bold. Clyde spits at the ground and pulls out his practice sword as Sir Raiden Clast shoos away the rest of the recruits to give him some space.
Well, let's see these two youths smack together and get all sweaty. Back off, everyone. Oh, yes.
I accept your challenge, Gareth. Hope you're ready. I've already killed skeletons and an ancient Majatalian spirit. I hope you're ready to feel the back of my hand across your face. I'm not afraid of you. Then you are very unwise to not fear the Oak, because he cannot be stopped. Now be prepared. Here comes the glory. I'm sorry, I just made myself laugh. Well, you know what time it is, chat. It's time to fight! You face off against Gareth Oak, the eternal rival. Let's go! Clyde gains initiative. Flee! You have chosen an offensive action. Clyde steps forward wielding his sword with skill from what he has learned so far, strikes out at Gareth. Take this, you uppity prick! Ha! Gareth steps to the side, slyly, as the blade finds nothing but air. Oh, you're gonna have to do better than that. Now get ready. Here comes the oak, long and strong and from the mountains high. Huh! As Gareth takes a pose and slaps Clyde across the face with his sword. Ah! Damn it! Ah! Is that really all you have? I was expecting something not so disappointing. Son of a bitch! Time to fight! Clyde gains initiative! Five seconds remain, chat. You have chosen a special ability. But which one will you choose, chat? 1 second, please. You have chosen... Ooh, 10 seconds, it's getting a little close. Hurry, chat! There's not much time left to vote! Faster! You have chosen to use leap. Clyde smiles and moves towards Gareth as if to attack him, but leaps over his head with a pirouette. Ha! Gareth turns back. Nani? As if he wasn't expecting it. And Clyde smiles and kicks him in the back. Ugh! Not bad. It's good to see that you've got something to offer to the table, but prepare yourself, because the oak is not so easily toppled. Get ready, Clyde Vanson, for here comes the hammer! Clyde is slapped across the face again. Go! Jeez! And falls down to a knee. Do you concede? Do you give up? Do you bow before the bow? Before the oak? Choose, chat. You have chosen spicy dialogue. Oh, I can try to mod it next time, yeah. But which kind of spicy dialogue do you choose? You have chosen smooth. As Clyde is on a single knee and looks up to Gareth, who poses, do you give up? Bow before the oak! You know, you're really not that bad. But you know what the funny thing about oak trees are? What's that? Every tree suffers the seasons, and I think it's about time for a little autumn. Clyde slides underneath and slams into Gareth's chest with the fist. Oh! You dare strike the oak! And Clyde leaps to his feet. He's not out yet! Choose quickly, chat. An offensive action has been chosen. Call me a lumberjack, Oak, because I'm coming to chop you down. Taste this! Ha! Gareth Oak does not even move as the blade misses him completely. Well, I guess you could always get a job swinging an axe at a stationary tree, but I have to say, if you can't hit this oak, then what hope do you have of hitting a real tree? Now, get ready. Here comes the pain. Clyde is kicked in the chest and sent falling to the dust. Go! Time to give up. You can't handle... I'm sorry. Time to give up. You can't handle the bark of my bite. Ugh! You've chosen arcane nonsense! Clyde uses the only magic ability he has and activates his mage hand. As Gareth Oak poses above him, Clyde reaches out with his mage hand and undoes the buckle of Gareth Oak's belt and pulls down his trousers! Gareth looks down in surprise as his pants suddenly come down. Clyde steps up, smiling as he has just embarrassed his rival. However, Gareth uses his special ability, Endless Potential, and poses as his manhood shines for all to see. Valerie nearby covers her mouth in surprise and turns red. And it seems, my God, he's too pretty! It didn't work, chat! Choose quickly, chat! Quickly! You have chosen an offensive action. Clyde, his eyes shaking with rage, holds up his blade. Blurred vision, reeling, steps forward to strike out at Gareth. Take this! And slams Gareth right in the dick. Go! The oak falls. You are victorious, chat! Clyde stumbles away towards outside of the ring. Sir Rating Class will give Clyde an illustrious wink.
Good job, boy. I like that a lot. Pulling down his pants. Gotta keep up the good work. I'll tell Mon all about your little victory today. Good job.
Clyde smiles and nods and stumbles back to his studies. Smack him right in the dick. Oh, God. All right. That was your third month. The fourth month, whom do you choose to train with? Now find somewhere private to vomit and cry. You have selected Sir Raiden Clast. Sir Raiden Clast gets you into the ring one-on-one and starts to teach you the intricacies of dueling. Specifically, how to use one's blade as an extension of their arm, not as simply a tool. The blade should become one with you. It should become as if your own flesh and blood, and as such, Clyde is taught to do everything with it. Take baths, eat food, do push-ups. Every aspect of Clyde's life is covered while doing so with a sword.
Now remember, lad, I said every aspect. So if you're thinking about playing a solo on the Devil's Clarinet, might want to keep the edge away from it.
I would never do that.
Oh, no, of course you wouldn't. I'm just saying that if you did, you need to be very careful. I would hate for you to peel your pear, so to speak.
Okay, and after training with him, Clyde gains a +1 to strength and constitution. Okay. Whoop. But I wonder, chat, whom do you choose to spend your downtime with? Play a duet on that clarinet. Oh, God. You have chosen to spend time with Valerie. Alright. Clyde saunters over and sits down next to Valerie. Valerie smiles as he approaches. Valerie can't help but notice that Clyde seems to be more into his studies. After having improved his intelligence quite a bit, she is honestly impressed. And as such, Valerie will then begin a conversation with him. You know, Clyde, after watching you these past few months, I would like to apologize. For what exactly, Valerie? Well, you see, it was in my original opinion that you were a racist scumbag, but it seems that I was wrong. Anyone who pursues knowledge like you do, making the time and putting it aside, well, I find that rather amiable. Oh, no problem. Tell me, do you know what this word is? Ah, yes, that is, and she continues to instruct Clyde on various subjects that he needs help with. And as such, spending your downtime with Valerie has given Clyde new insights into the world, and as such, he has learned a few extra things about spellcasting. Specifically, as he is not a caster himself, how to stop them. Clyde gains a +1 to intelligence, and gains a new special ability. And the special ability that you gain is... Disruptive. This is a special ability that can be used in response to an enemy casting a spell that is near Clyde. You can activate this ability, like any other ability, only once per day, but when you activate it, you are able to immediately attack and attempt to disrupt a spell being cast. Clyde and Valerie continue to study, and now Clyde gets a chance to say something to Valerie. It can be anything, any subject. But I wonder, chat, which path will you choose? Choose quickly, chat. You have little time. You have chosen to be smooth. You know, Valerie, after us spending time together, I've noticed you smell awfully nice. Is that an elven thing, or do you use any special shampoos or anything like that? I'm just saying that it's a welcome reprieve from the man smell that I smell all the time. Valerie will hold up her eyebrow and kind of lean back away from Clyde. It seems that smooth was not the appropriate response.
Put your faith in
Valerie will then say, no, it is simple bathing. That is a strange question to ask. You have lost one affinity with Valerie. Oh, whoops. Oh, whoops, that's also the wrong thing. Remember, chat, that just because you choose something and are good at it doesn't mean it's always the right thing to choose. Some characters respond differently based off of whichever of those reactions you choose. So, let's try again, shall we? For the next month, whom would you like to train with? How do I feel about Beast? Beast is awesome. Ten seconds, chat. Choose quickly. You have chosen Staven Star. You return once more to Staven Star's instructions, who at this point teaches advanced strategy, specifically on time of day. He instructs you that there are certain creatures based upon their different visions, and which have different times of day in which they are most vulnerable. Dusk, dawn, night, midnight, day, noon. All these things are imperative and important to know, specifically about the creatures that you're fighting. Staven will hand out many different parchments in which are small quizzes and tests in order to constantly test this knowledge in different ways. Clyde seems to be getting better and decides that he wants to take an advanced test. Staven will raise a single inquisitive eyebrow. Are you sure you want to try that? Yes, sir, I would. I really think I can do it. Very well. If you succeed, I shall teach you something that the others do not know, because that will mean that you don't suck. But if you fail, you will of course suck, and I will put you with the other people that suck. Do we understand each other? Yes, sir. All right. Okay. Here we go, chat. It's time to make an intelligence check. Clyde is currently at an int of +5. Not bad. Let's find out how he does as he attempts Staven's test. Clyde fails the test spectacularly. Staven just stands and stares at Clyde when he hands in his paper. You know, I don't even have to check this parchment. I already know that it sucks. It emanates an aura of disappointment. Well, you know what this means? Yeah, I know. Now you have to be with the people that suck. Staven forces Clyde to take extra classes to make up for the abysmal failure in order to gain a retest, and as such, you gain no more downtime for this month and can spend it with no one.
Put your faith in the light.
And as such, Clyde is given a second chance to take the test, with an advantage upon the roll to roll twice and take the better result. But should you fail, even with the direct tutelage of Staven Star, you will find that he is unforgiving. As you take the test, Clyde will hand it in and will wait nervously on the chair. Staven will look at the paper carefully. Well, it seems you learned from your mistake. Not bad. Pretty good. Not perfect. Not exceptional. Very well, follow me. And as such, Staven begins to instruct Clyde on the more, shall we say, intricate pieces of tactical work, specifically what the role of a tactician truly is, directing comrades on the battlefield. And as such, Clyde has gained a special ability. Wait, where did I put that? Oh, there it is. He has gained the special ability Analyze. This ability allows Clyde to carefully analyze an enemy and learn any of its weaknesses that it might have. Woo! Unfortunately, chat, you are denied any chance to spend time with anyone with downtime due to your failure in Staven's class. And as such, we arrive at our 6th month, which another event happens. This time, whilst out in the courtyard during training, it appears you are challenged once again by Gareth Oak, whose skills have improved since the last time that you faced one another. Summer is in the air, Clyde Vanson, and the oak is strong and ready to rustle its leaves against the little pubescent boy. Prepare yourself, for I am Gareth Oak, and you don't stand a chance. Clyde rolls his eyes and pulls out his wooden sword. It seems like it's time to put this nerd in the ground. And thus, the battle begins anew! Clyde, games, initiative! Let's go! You have chosen a special ability. But which special ability will you choose? Hold on, I gotta put them all in the thing real quick. Did I not write that down? Pretty sure I wrote all that down. Huh. Did it close on me? Well, I'll be fucking damned. I think it closed on me. Huh. Sorry, guys. Everything just disappeared on me. Anyway. It's fine. While you guys choose that, I'll fix this real quick. Okay. You have chosen to use Analyze. Clyde watches Gareth Oak carefully, using his ability to analyze his opponent's movements. And as he looks at him carefully, he notices that Gareth Oak has an astounding weakness. That if Clyde was to wait his opportunity and focus on defense, Gareth Oak is vulnerable to an attack after he fails to make an attack. It is now Gareth Oak's turn. Prepare yourself, for when a tree falls down in the woods and there's only you around, nobody cares. That was a pretty bad insult. Sorry, chat, they can't all be gold. Gareth attacks, and Clyde dodges out of the way easily. Gareth seems put off. His defenses drop. He seems to have lost his confidence. Clyde! It's your turn! Three seconds remain! Quickly, chat! You have chosen an offensive action. Clyde steps forward and raises his blade. Seeing how Gareth is off balance, he receives an advantage upon the roll! What's his strength? Okay. Which he desperately needed, as Gareth takes a blow across the face. Oh! You may have scratched my bark, but you'll find that this bark scratches back! Huh! His blow clashes against Clyde's blow, and although Gareth does not succeed, he also seems to not lose his confidence as the blow was close. Clyde, it is your turn! What do you do? Boldly flee! You have chosen a defensive action. Clyde raises his blade in a guarding stance. Serrating class steps forward and watches him carefully. Clyde raises his blade and waits for Gareth's attack. Gareth smiles and says, "Running away already? That makes sense. You should probably leave while you still can. Here comes the wood!" I'm sorry, guys. I gotta roleplay the character, though. And he attacks with disadvantage! Gareth raises his blade and strikes down on Clyde, who easily backs his weapon aside. Gareth is disarmed! Tink tink! Oh! What? That's impossible! Mindoc City! Clyde, his eyes light with battle, as his opening is wide. Clyde, what do you do? Stir. 5, flee! You have chosen an offensive action. Clyde raises his blade. You know, Oak is more fit to be a table than a warrior. And he strikes down with gusto! And strikes true! Gareth is sent flying backwards and falls to the ground, defeated. The oak has fallen. Clyde is victorious, and without a single wound this time. Clyde turns as Gareth Oak loses his reputation at the school and is humiliated. Nicely done, chat. It is now the 7th month, and thus you must choose which master will you train with. Here we go. You have chosen to spend time with Ottoman the Fair. Boop, 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 boop. Clyde approaches Ottoman and stands at the front as he prepares for his class. Ha ha ha! It is about time! I was wondering when you would come to me, my delicious little morsel. Mon tells me that you are already handy with a hammer, yes? That you can pound this steel as hard as any of these cobblesmiths, eh? Come a little closer, let me see the calluses upon your palms. Clyde will show Adaman his palms. Oh, these are the palms of an artisan. I shall see you beat yours to them in the proper way. Oh yes, you will rub the polish upon the armor. I shall teach you how to do so in battle. And if you show me that you have strong hands and a sharp mind, I shall even show you the power of your armor. Now come with me, step into my parlor, and I will show you how to shine the armor. Okay. All right. Clyde will spend time with Adamon and will learn how to properly care for his armor, not only in the shop, which is something he already knows, but on the battlefield, in which supplies and time might be limited. But to ever make the mistake of not properly caring for your armor can lead to death, and Clyde takes these lessons and learns them well. And as such, Clyde gains a +1 to wisdom and a +1 to strength from the hard work. They're all fucking gone. Oh, this is the wrong character. I'm a complete moron. Hold on. I'm sorry, chat. I had a brain fart right there. Bloop, bloop. Hey, this is the real Clyde. Okay. A doppelganger. Holy shit. +1 to strength. +1 to whiz. Boop. And boop. Well done. Well done, chat. Now, whom will you spend downtime with? Well, 3 seconds remain, chat. Quickly, vote! You have chosen Valerie. You have chosen to spend time with Valerie, but while doing so, it seems that Tilt misses you and begins to question why he is here, as the person he's here to protect won't even spend time with him. And as such, you gain a -1 affinity with Tilt. And you go to spend time with Valerie. Bloop, bloop. Once more, you join Valerie in the realm of nerdom. And as you sit down, you start to read. Valerie will look up at you, and she keeps looking at you. And she will ask, why? Why what? Why are you here? To learn things. But why are you doing it with me? Because you're smarter than I am? Oh. It seems that Valerie was put off by your unexpected, sincere compliment. And her cheeks turn a slight shade of red. Clyde pulls open another book. A book on Elvish culture, and starts to read it carefully. And as he reads it carefully, he will notice that Valerie seems to want to talk about it. Clyde, what do you do? Eight. Carefully, manga S. You have chosen to be logical. Clyde will read the first few paragraphs. Stir. He reads the first few paragraphs, and then he seems to think to himself, you know, I would like to read this, but I'd like you to tell me more. Because you're an elf, and you're a scholar. You'd probably know more about what this book would have anyway. Will you tell me about your people, Valerie? But of course, yes. Well, the first elves were amongst an elven empire deep into the northern Badlands, you see. And it was by Emperor 12-Star that our people, and she goes on and on. explaining more and more about the elves. Talking about her people seems to have lit a spark, not only within herself, but between her and Clyde. It seems that Valerie has taken a liking to Clyde. Will this blossom into something more? Whom can say? Clyde has increased his affinity with Valerie by 4! Nice job, guys. Okay, so it is now month 8, and as such, winter begins to fall. But even though winter has fallen, Mon Mon does not allow activities to stop as the snow falls outside. The time to continue your training is now. And as such, you are coming close to the end of your days at the academy. And so, it is at this time that I suggest that you either continue to spread yourself out and become more of a generalist class, or you choose a master in which to specialize, taking the abilities that you've gained so far and putting them to a more into a more focused use. The choice, of course, chat, is yours, but please make note, you do not have much time left. Few choices remain, so choose wisely. 5 seconds remain, chat. You have chosen Staven Star. Once more, you arrive in Staven's classroom. You sit down, and it seems that you are the only person there. It seems the other students have taken to learning from the other masters, many of them in Adamon's Forge because it is, after all, much, much warmer than the rest of the castle. But Staven, seemingly unaffected by the cold, will raise a single eyebrow as you are seated at the table, ready to learn. It seems that you're not one of the students that suck. It seems you have chosen to be not bad. Pretty good. But I wonder, can you be exceptional? We shall see. Staven puts out several parchments, testing battlefield knowledge, application of tactics, enemy types, times of days, everything. He challenges you directly in everything that you've learned so far. And as such, Clyde must take these tests to prove himself worthy of Staven's hidden knowledge. All right, Clyde, the time has come to make an intelligence check. You will need to make 3 intelligence checks. Intelligence checks. Checked. But because you have the analyze ability, you may re-roll one of them once. Okay, here, +4. Go. Boop. 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 Well, chat, it seems that one of them is very low. Normally, I would give a choice as to which one you should re-roll, but this is kind of a no-brainer. So, here we go. Let's re-roll the third one. Oh, did I not update it? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, that's fine. That's an easy fix. My bad, guys. Bloop. Boom. Sorry about that. I totally forgot I was using different tokens from before. I'll get it all set up next time. I'm keeping track of it elsewhere. Anyway, so, chat, it seems that Clyde has done exceptional and has proven himself worthy to Staven, who analyzed his parchments, and for the first time in the entire, nearly a year that you have been here, a small ghost of a singular tiny... What is that? Is that a smile? It's... a small errant twitch of the cheek, and Staven will nod. It seems that you're finally ready to stop being a casual. Come. Follow me. And Staven takes you to his personal desk, and there he has many strange tomes, and Staven invites you to analyze them. You can read them freely whenever you wish. You have proven yourself worthy of the knowledge. And as such, Clyde is able to learn more and more about the specific monsters that one could face in one's travels. And as such, you may choose a single creature in which to have as a favored enemy and learn how to destroy them properly. So this is a very special choice that, once chosen, is a passive ability that Clyde will always have. So, here we go. Give me just a moment to prepare it. Didn't prepare this one because I didn't think chat would choose to be a nerd. I was wrong. Very wrong. Give me just a moment. This won't take me long, guys. Boop. Alright, so I'm going to give a lot of time on this one because you guys are probably going to need some explanation for those of you that don't play D&D. I will give a brief synopsis of each of these particular creatures in just a moment. I can just imagine people yelling at me, Arcanum, there's too much dead time! There's too much dead time, there's too much silence! There's not enough happening! You're just setting up these big decisions takes time, and there's no way you would have known if they would have actually done it. But it takes too much time. It's too much dead time. Nothing's happening. My immersion. There's just too much. Nothing. Just nothing at all. Just nothing. Nothing's happening. There's still nothing happening. It's taking too long to type up all these options. Too many options. Jeopardy music hotkey needed. I guess. I mean, it's taken me like a minute to do this, so. That feel chat doesn't want to play D&D because it takes too long. Feels bad, man. Alright, so I'm going to give a... Don't vote immediately. Also, I was totally joking, by the way. This is... I'm going to give a moment before you guys vote because I'm going to explain stuff as I go along. And then after we get to the end, then you guys should probably do it. But you can just vote immediately if you want. Just spam one no matter what. Okay. Woo! Okay, so an aberration is a creature like a beholder, an evil eye, an aboleth, basically creatures with alien anatomy, like Cthulhu-esque stuff. Animals, obvious. Constructs are robots. A dragon is a dragon. Fae is like brownies, nymphs, and shit like that. Like more fae creatures, changelings, things like that. Humanoids, self-explanatory. Humanoid reptilian is like kobolds and stuff, and troglodytes. Magical beasts are things that are that are like animals but are magical, such as dire versions of those animals. A unicorn would be a magical beast. An ooze is literally ooze. That's easy. Outsiders are like devils, angels, and shit like that. Plants are like plant creatures. Undead, obvious. Vermin are rats and shit. Alright, vote them up. Bottom of the poll is cut off. Oh, really? I didn't know it did that. Huh. Bullshit. My bad, guys. See? We learn each time. Can't see further than 10? Thanks for the repost. Just read that, guys. Sorry about that. I didn't know I was going to do that. See? We learn more about it every day. Man, I didn't know it would do that. Fuck. I know I should have tested that. That's my bad, guys. Damn, I feel really bad. Alright, I'm going to give you guys 30 more seconds. $19, because you want to wreck the oak. Oh, God. And... bloop! You have chosen undead. Okay. One moment, please. You have gained Undead as a favored enemy. Well done, everyone. Okay. And after you have learned with Staven Star, you may now choose which person to spend downtime with. Damn. Yeah, sucks, tilts, toes. You know, in retrospect, I probably should have just greatly cut down the list. But I didn't know that it would do that. I'm going to kick myself for that, but don't worry about it, chat. We're going forward. It feels great. You have chosen to spend time with Tilt. Making sure I'm taking the right Clyde this time. Bloop. False Clyde. Right Clyde. You walk up to Tilt, who seems to be fishing at the pond, and seems to be rather bored and alone. But as you walk up towards him, Tilt looks up and smiles. "Aye, kid! I was wondering what happened to you. I haven't seen you in so long, it seems. Take a seat. There's not much fish to be fishing out here, what with it all frozen over. But what most people don't know is that there are these fish that only come out during winter, that they're hidden underneath, okay? These fish, they taste the best. The best." Okay, Tilt, how do we catch them? So what you have to do is you have to cut a hole in the ice, alright? And you have to make sure that you have to keep the best bait that you can find on it, alright? Now, they're called smoke bellies, and the reason for that is that they have these like really warm bellies, and while you eat them, it's like having a spicy bit of soup just sloshing around in your mouth. It's the best. Sure thing. And thus, you spend time with Tilt, fishing, having a great time. Tilt was really happy that you came to see him, and as such, you increase your affinity with Tilt by 2. However, Valerie was very much looking forward to seeing you again, perhaps even entertaining certain thoughts. But seeing as how you have chosen not to spend time with her, the embers of your relationship have cooled, and as such, you have lost affinity. -1. Bros before hugs. Oh, God. And thus, we enter month 10. And then, on the frozen courtyard that's totally frozen, please imagine it's frozen right now, you are challenged one final time by Gareth Oak. It seems that Gareth no longer carries himself with the same bluster. You took away my friends, Clyde. You made me a laughingstock. I mean, you kind of did that to yourself. I'm gonna teach you a lesson. I challenge you to a duel. All right then, sure thing. We can spar. However, as the duel is about to begin, Gareth pulls out not a practice sword, but a real sword, and comes charging at Clyde. No one else is around. No one else. Clyde, you must defend yourself. You have chosen a defensive action. You hold up your wooden sword to parry against Gareth's opening strike. Having parried it before, the parry is easy, but the real steel sword cuts right through the wooden practice sword, and Clyde is sent stumbling back. Now he possesses no weapon! Oh, whoops, I forgot to... Well, that's right, he doesn't have to roll on that one. Clyde stumbles back, having no weapon to defend himself. Gareth smiles. We'll see what they think about me when I cut open your stomach. Oh no! What do I do? You have chosen to flee. Clyde stumbles back and flees. Gareth gives chase. Clyde comes running towards Tilt, who seems to still be ice fishing. Tilt, help! What? I'll kill you! The oak can't be stopped! Get behind me, kid! This one's lost it! Tilt pulls out his greatsword. Steel on steel. I hope you're ready for a real spar, boy! It is now Tilt's turn! Choose quickly, chat. You have little time. You have chosen an offensive action. Gareth comes charging forward. Taste this! Ha! Tilt takes a cut across his breastplate. Small droplets of blood come flying out.
You're not a bad shot, kid, but you ain't got a lot of power.
Clyde steps forward.
Let me show you how a real man swings his weapon. Critical!
Woo! And in one stupendous blow, Tilt cuts through Gareth's clothes, straight up his chest, up through his eye, leaving a nasty gash and cut as Gareth is sent flying backwards. No! My destiny! Ah! Smash! He falls through the ice and into the waters below.
Maybe that'll cool his face. Good job, kid. No shame in running from a psycho.
Should we get him out? He might drown.
Oh, he won't drown. But he needs to cool off. Alright, that's enough. I'll go tell Mon what happened. You should probably get ready for your studies.
Alright. It seems the battle has come to a close. Well done, Chet. You're the best. And thus it would seem that the final month is up and coming. And as such, the final bout of training is up. And for the next 2 months, you must choose which master you wish to prepare for your final exam. Which master will give you your final tutelage? Which master shall be the one? Choose carefully. You have chosen Staven Star. Whoops, that's the wrong music. My bad. And thus, Clyde returns for his final bout of training. Hold on. This is the... Yep. Okay. And as such, Clyde steps up to Staven at his personal desk, who stands up to greet him, with a little bit of, shall we say, respect in his eyes. And he says, oh, hold on, let me... Boop. Welcome back. It seems that you've made the right choice for your final studies. There are many in this place that suck. You are not one of them any longer. There are still a few things that I need to teach you. Most importantly, I can teach you a bit of alchemy to use while you're in your fights. There are many that dissuade the use of potions and salves, but you'd be surprised at how quickly such a thing can turn a battle. Join me in my lab, and I'll teach you how to make some potions. Teach you how to use them properly. And as such, Clyde joins Staven in his laboratory. And when he is there, he is able to learn a little bit about alchemy, most appropriately battle alchemy, and also additional other tactical abilities. And as such, Clyde gains 2 more special abilities. Clyde gains Quick Solve, and you guys will like this one, Insight. So, basically, this is what this means. Quick Solve is a quick potion that Clyde always has on hand because of his knowledge of alchemy. It can be made from nearly anything in the room, nearly anything where he is, and it's very few instances in which Clyde cannot use it. But, like any other special ability, it can only be used once. Insight gives Clyde, because due to his acumen and study and his sharp mind, Insight may be used as a reactionary ability to re-roll an enemy's roll. But it can only be done once, and the new roll must be taken. Also, he gains a +1 to intelligence. Well done, chat. You have completed your training. Graduation is just around the corner. Who will you spend the final days at your academy with? Choose quickly. Choose carefully. Quote me of tilt toes. You have chosen Valerie. And as such, you join her. As you are seated down across from her, she turns a slight tinge of red before adjusting her posture and then beginning to speak. It is good to see you again, Tilt. I must say, you've finally grown into that body of yours. Oh, thanks, Valerie. Yeah. My dad would probably make a big joke about it. Oi, how's the weather up there? Yeah, he would probably do that. I know that you miss your father, but he would be proud of the man that you have become. Oh shit, did I call him Tilt accidentally? I'm sorry. I meant Clyde, excuse me. Oh, fucked it up, chat. Anyway, Clyde will nod. I'm not going to lie, the time that we've spent together, I've really learned a lot, and it's really helped me realize the value of really thinking things through whenever you get involved in a fight. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I must say that the library of veteran Widegirth has most certainly served me well. I've learned a few new spells since I've been here. Oh, really? Like what? You'll see. Perhaps I'll show you when the time is right. But I was wondering something. What's that? If you might accept a gift from me. And Valerie will pull a necklace from within her robes. It is in elven culture to give to a friend something that will keep their spirits close. I offer it to you now, Clyde. Oh, okay, thanks. Clyde takes the necklace, and it seems that the pendant itself is that of an elven rune. Clyde looks at the pendant and then looks over to Valerie. What does this rune mean? Well, you see, the rune is that of the wind. and may it be favorable, and guide your blade, and your arrow. Well, thank you. Wow, okay. And Clyde will put on the necklace. Valerie will smile, sincerely and brightly, as Clyde accepts her gift and places it around his neck. You increase your affinity with Valerie by an astounding +5. Woo! Good job, chat. As such, Valerie now considers you a close friend. Perhaps there might be something else there. Perhaps not. It only took 1 year. And as such, we have come to the end of your days at the academy, and you were called forward. You were called forward by Mon Mon, for as the new spring snow melts and the rains begin to come out over the plains, so too is it a new year. And as such, Mon Mon Widegirth is ready to give you your graduation. Give me a second to set up, guys. Do 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 do. Boop, 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 boop. Ba 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 ba. Okay, here we go. It is now the day of graduation. The snows have just melted. The sky opens. The sun shines down brightly. And Mon Mon enters the courtyard. It is good to see you again! As he walks towards the recruitment class, but he seems to be speaking mostly to Clyde. But Clyde knows that can't be true. You have all proven yourself to be worthy warriors of the Song of Steel, and as such, you will be able to join us as proud members. You will wear your badges. You will be sent on missions. You will perfect your craft. And more importantly, you will be a part of our family. We like to do things a little bit more simple around here. There won't be any of that singing and songs. Plenty of backslapping. Some time at the tavern, I assure you. But keep yourselves sharp, boys and girls, or men and women, I should say, as you are now graduates of the Song of Steel. For graduation comes with a price. You must complete a mission, one designated by myself, and if you succeed, you will gain your badge, and you will be an official member of the Song of Steel, of the Song and Steel Mercenary Company. If you fail, then I'm afraid it's another year of training for you. Please see me by the gate in order to receive your missions. Dismissed. Clyde turns away from the recruitment as Gareth goes back into the barracks to continue his training, for he had failed. The masters go about and speak amongst themselves. Clyde turns and towards his companions. Well, I guess that's it. I guess it's time for me to take my final exam.
Don't worry, kid. You're allowed to take people with you. I'll be right by your side.
As will I. I will assist. Okay, cool. Oh, man. Do you guys want to go now?
The sooner we get this done, the better. Trust me. You're gonna love it when the money comes flowing in.
Haste is, I believe, a proper route in this case. Well, all right, then, let's go. And Clyde leads his party towards Bonbon.
Clyde, my boy, come here. Give your friend Wide Girth a big hug. It is good to see that you've grown into a fine man. Let's see. Let me look at your marks. Yes. You've done well. You've done very well. Yes. It seems that Staven gives you high marks. I must tell you, that never happens. He must really like you. As such, in this case, it seems that we have your gear nice and allocated. Please enter the tent, and when you are newly equipped, we shall see that you are given your appropriate mission. Let me know if anything doesn't work, or if anything doesn't fit, and I'll yell at Adaman about it.
Clyde will enter the tent. Alright, listen up, chat. There's a few things that have changed. First, Clyde gets a new token, as he is no longer the boy from Scabbard City, but a man of the Songed Steel Mercenary Company. And as such, it's time for a new token, new artwork, a new class, new abilities, new gear, new everything. So be ready, for the boy you once knew is no more, and he has become someone else. One moment while I construct his token. Bloop. So I can track all that properly. Making some updates. Clyde the boy is no more, and instead, he is now Clyde the man. Behold! You are now grown up! Well done, Twitch chat! You've done it! Clyde Vanson walks out. How do I look? You seem to be a man now! Your father would be so proud! I thank you, Wide Girth. I must say,
My father would be glad to call you friend.
And he will shake Mon Mon's hand.
Comrades, I would also like to thank you for joining me and staying beside me this time at the academy. Hey, no problem, kid. It's good to see you finally became a man.
Oh my.
I would not have become the man that I was without steadfast friends like yourself. Commander Widegirth, may I have my mission now? Of course, my lad! A simple mission. It seems that a ragaband band of kobolds have infested the steppes to the south. It should only be about a day's ride. The guards of the nearby cities were going to take care of them, but I myself have taken charge. And that will be your mission. Your mission is simple, Clyde Vanson. Go there, clear out the kobolds, and return. Simple, dimple, straight to the point. Hopefully lots of blood. Of course, Commander Widegirth. Clyde will give a smart salute. Mon will return it. Return to me in one piece, boy, lest your father's ghost haunt me while I'm taking a shit.
Okay. Give me a second. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Let's see, we got Disruptive, we've got Analyze, we've got... What else did we get this session? We got Quick Solve and Insight. Boom, 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 boom. All those stats look right. Clyde is now a man! Alright, chat. And thus, Clyde sets off to find the kobold camp. Surely, Arcadum, surely you've prepared the kobold camp so that we could get a nice, big, tasty, super session of D&D. Please, Arcadum, please have prepped the kobold camp so that we can play longer. Please don't have to go. Well, you know, chat, because I like you guys so much, why don't we keep going? Boop! All right, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. As you make your way through the woods, the wind blows through the trees, and the wild steppes constantly rattles the long grass as you walk through it. You have been traveling for a day, Twitch chat. Tilt and Valerie seem ready, and Clyde, now a man, is bolstered by his trading. As you come to a tree line, there is a large clearing where up ahead you can hear, see, and even smell the kobolds. They have taken to stealing.
Prepare yourself.
Oh God!
The ultimate test.
Sweet Jesus, that's so loud. Oh my God, dude. That scared the living shit out of me. I forgot I have that. Oh my God. I'm sorry about that, chat. Holy shit. I'm sorry. Anyway. As he approaches the line of the trees, you see that there is a clearing in the meadow, and it seems that the kobolds have stolen tents and camp equipment from nearby caravans and have set themselves up a small encampment, hobble, whatever it is that kobolds call them. And even from here, you can hear their voices. Clyde will turn and look at Valerie strangely, as if seeing if she understands what's going on. Valerie will inform Clyde they are doing a ritual dance to their fire god. A ritual dance to their fire god? Would now be a good time to attack them, in your opinion? It is tough to say. Kobolds possess the ability to see at night, but if we were to attack during sunset, I believe perhaps they would have less vision. But to attack them while the fires are the highest, either at night or in the day, I am afraid that we would most likely face them at high zealotry. They would not go down easy.
Let's just get in there and cut them up, boy! Come on, kid! Get in there! Cut off their heads! Drink their necks!
What path should I take? All right, chat. Hold on. I've got to reset this up now since it's changed. Since you actually have this ability now, because one of the things that the tactician gives you is a new path that you can choose to take. You've chosen to be tactical. I agree with you, Valerie. Perhaps it is the best that we attack during night. Sunset. Tilt, I know you seek battle, but it is best that we do this properly.
Aye, aye, kid. You're probably right.
Oh, he agreed with me. We shall wait here, at the cusp of nightfall. Cusp of nightfall! Boop! It is now at the cusp of nightfall as the sun falls deep into the horizon. And thus, Clyde moves towards the grass. Tilt follows as well. Valerie hides in the grasses as well. It seems they are still dancing around their fires, but they do seem less fervent.
Let's get in there now, before they start changing out the guard or something. I don't know.
They are rather active even at night. What magics do you possess that could help us here, Valerie? To be honest, I do not have much that can strike from this range. I prepared mostly closer spells. Very well. Then it seems the best option that we have is to attack from multiple sides. If they think that they are surrounded, perhaps they will panic. Yes. But in case the worst should happen, and we are unable to maintain this illusion, fall back to my position, and we shall retreat back to the tree line. You got it.
Righto, boss.
Dun, dun, dun. Undercover, cover, tilt, tilt, tilt. Rolling through the grass, moving into the tree line. I'm an elf, I can hide, 'cause I'm an elf, la 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 lie. I'm in heavy honor. I don't think I could be as stealthy as them. Clunk, 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 clunk. Clunk, clunk. Clunk, 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 clunk. Excellent. I should signal the others. That is not what that's supposed to sound like. It seems she's doing well. Clyde will move forward. Now is the time to strike. Clyde will pull out both of his short swords, elegantly balanced, finely tuned, with a sharp edge. For now is the time of glory. Now is the time of death. Now is the time to take back what is yours, chat! Are you ready for a little gratuitous violence? Very well. Clyde leaps out from the shadows and charges the nearest kobold. Tilt does at the same time. Valerie steps up, ready to cast. Let the battle begin. Let the battle be joined. It is now Clyde Vanson, the fully grown's turn. Let's go, chat! You have chosen to use a special ability. But I wonder, chat, which one do you choose? One second, I gotta set this up. I'll save it this time so I don't have to do it again. Sorry about that. My immersion! You have chosen to use Analyze! As Clyde uses Analyze, he steps forwards and watches the kobold carefully, who turns and looks at him. Bah! As he watches the kobold, he is able to determine that the kobolds are weak to physical damage. They are also resistant to fire damage. And it seems that kobolds tend to use pack tactics and will fight poorly if by themselves. It is now Tilt's turn. You have chosen an offensive action. Tilt moves up towards the nearest kobold.
Hey, shorty!
The creature turns. Oh, that's the wrong one. The creature turns and looks at him, eye level.
Huh?
Tilt laughs and raises his greatsword.
Here's looking at you, pipsqueak! Ha ha ha!
And slams his greatsword down onto the kobold's head, cutting him in twain, nearly completely to the middle. Tilt has taken first blood. It is now Valerie's turn. You have chosen a special ability. Valerie will pull out her spellbook, her mana fresh, her mana ready. It seems, however, that Valerie has not fully learned her newer spells and will need a little bit more time than humanity does to learn new abilities, as is the Elven way. But her mana has increased since last that you have used her. So, go forward! Use them! Which spell do you choose? Valerie steps forward and decides to use Shocking Wave. She will target the kobold closest as not to want to get herself surrounded. She will make a mental note. If I hadn't spent so much time with Clyde, I could have had my new spells ready. Oh. My teacher would be so angry at me spending so much time with a human, no matter how handsome he might be. Shocking Wave! The kobold will attempt to save. The kobold will fail and will take lightning damage as it... Valerie is victorious and kills the kobold. However, it is the kobold's turn. They move to surround Clyde. These two move to engage. All right, that is the kobold's turn. They have fully engaged our heroes. Only you can save them, chat. Can Clyde defeat his mission? Quickly, chat! 5 seconds remain! You have chosen an offensive action. Clyde smiles and steps to the side. Bringing his swords to bear, he will attack twice! He has gained enough experience in the way of the blade to have 2 attacks as he wields them with gusto. Huh! Huh! 2 attacks within careful precision of each other strike out towards the kobold. This one takes a cut to the arm and then a cut to the leg as the creature is brought low. Clyde will twirl his blades in a defensive pirouette. Come and face me, creatures! Ha ha! Well done! It is now Tilt's turn! You've decided to use an offensive action. Tilt steps to the side. Ha ha ha! See how you like this, you little shit? Tilt's coming to get that grill. Damnation! He will whiff wide. That's the kobold's turn and laugh at Tilt. He will gain more and more anger. It is now Valerie's turn. You must choose quickly, chat. Very little time remains. You have chosen to use a special ability. Valerie pulls forth her spellbook and carefully selects a spell to cast. Choose. You have chosen to cast Mage Armor. Valerie raises her hands and calls forth the blessings of her elven lords, of her elven ancestors. Ancestors above, beseech me with armor. And as she beseeches to her arcane past, a shimmering glove of energy will surround her as she is protected by hard light mage armor. It seems the kobolds don't really know how casting works, and stand around stupidly as she is covered in magic. Ah! Whoa! Whoa! Okay. And as such, that is finished. It is now the kobold's turn. The kobolds step around Valerie. They work together to attack, increasing their attack by 1 for each additional kobold. So instead of having only a +2 to attack, they have a +4, 3 attacks against Valerie as she is attacked on all sides. Boom, boom, boom. Oh no! A critical hit! Jesus Christ. The kobolds stab out with tiny daggers, breaking through the mage armor as it protects her from the first blow. And the second blow, the mage armor fades, and Kobold 7 strikes out with a critical hit and stabs Valerie in the side. She falls to the ground, falls to a knee wounded, barely keeping her spellbook from falling into the dust. This kobold moves to engage, further increasing their bonuses. These kobolds engage Clyde Vanson. They only gain a +3. Back! Back! Clyde easily turns away their puny attacks. Valerie is endangered. We must save her, Tilt. I'm kind of busy over here, kid. The nerd needs to learn to look out for herself. And the kobolds move in on Tilt. A critical hit! Tilt knocks away the first kobold swing, but is sliced across the face. Son of a bitch! I'm gonna rip your fucking eyes out and skull you! It seems the kobolds have done their dirty work. And as such, it is now Tilt's turn, or excuse me, Clyde's turn. You have selected use a special ability, but I wonder, which one will you use, chat? If we save her, we're in for sure. Choose quickly, chat. You have chosen Leap! Clyde Vanson steps back from the kobolds. I'm afraid you'll have to wait till later, gentlemen. A lady is in need. Hup! And he will leap over the tent and fall down next to Valerie. Fear not. I am here to aid you. You there, creature. Prepare yourself to face the might of Clyde Vanson. Alright, Clyde has now repositioned himself. It is now Tilt's turn. You have chosen to use a special ability. But which one will you use? Tilt possesses 2 special abilities. You have chosen Charge. Tilt has had all he could take of this nonsense. He targets the kobold in front of him and uses his special halfling version of the charge effect. Son of a shit! And bonks into the kobold, through the fire, sets himself on fire, and runs over here, missing this kobold completely. Ah! Oh! Oh, jeez! Tilt is now on literal fire. it is now Valerie's turn. Ten seconds remain. You have chosen a utility action. Oh, wrong one. Valerie will look over to Tilt and will see that he is on fire. Ah, judge! Valerie will pull out her water skin, will cut it open with her battle dagger, and will throw it. Sploosh. Thanks, nerd! No problem, dick. Excuse me. No problem, dick. Hey! Alright, it is now the kobold's turn. Kobold 6 will turn to face Clyde. Wah! And he will stab outward. But Clyde catches the blade, taking minor damage. You'll have to do better than that, creature. The next kobold will step forward and will join its brethren in attacking Clyde. Clyde easily turns the blade away. Hold fast, Valerie. These creatures will fall. The kobolds turn to look at the angry, no longer on fire halfling and decide that he is the bigger threat. They both strike out at Tilt. Tilt takes a minor wound. Shit! The other kobolds move towards the enemy. But what's this? Chat. What is that? Something stirs in one of the tents. Something dark. Something evil. Something powerful.
Duel Titramatra! Tulka kill! Kill, rip, murder!
Ah, shit! They've got a boss! We gotta hurry up, kid! We can't deal with these kobolds forever! I have magics for the creature. Perhaps I can take care of it. Someone must still deal with the little ones. We have to come up with a strategy. There we go. Okay. Thankfully, the creature only enters combat this turn. It does not attack. So, it is now Clyde Vanson's turn. What do you do, chat? Choose quickly, chat. You have not that much time. You have chosen an offensive action. Clyde Vanson steps forward. Excuse me. Unleashing his blades upon the kobolds. He attacks twice. Huh! Huh! With precision and elegance, strikes out at both of the kobolds, wounding this one, but killing this one. Oh! Another falls. Prepare to disengage, Valerie. It is now Tilt's turn. We gotta stomp these kids! Come on! You have chosen to use an offensive action. Tilt raises his sword and prepares to smash. Do I have any music for this? Do you guys not hear that music right now? Oh, he does. Okay. And as such, Tilt unleashes his blade. Boom! Destroying the kobold to the south as it removes most of its jaw and neck. Oh, it's super quiet? Okay. I wonder why it's so quiet for you guys. There, it should be a little louder now. Sorry about that. The creature is dead and gurgling in its own blood as its final moments pass. It is now Valerie's turn. I realize my hood has been down this whole time, chat. I'm working right now. The hood has to stay up. Okay. You have chosen a special ability. And so, you must choose an appropriate spell from Valerie's spellbook. Choose carefully. Choose wisely. Choose quickly. Time passes. Time waits for no one. You have chosen Celerity. Valerie begins to cast Celerity, summoning forth the speed of the wind. Whom shall she cast it upon? Oops. Damn it. Oh my god. This thing is breaking on me. Super, super duper hard. Okay, there we go. Choose quickly! You have decided to cast Celerity on Clyde, who begins to move. Thank you so much, Valerie. I can feel the power flowing through me. But what's this? Clyde's amulet begins to glow. After all, it is the Elven Rune of Wind, and as such, Clyde gains bonus movement speed, even more than normal with Celerity. It is now the kobold's turn. They move in to try to take care of the newly buffed up Clyde. Bah! Clyde, newly Celerity, moves easily out of the way of the enemy's simple attacks, turning away their blades. Simple creatures, you did not study. The kobolds move in to surround Tilt Tilt is super surrounded and is engaged. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 3 plus 3 is 6. Okay. 1, 2. Only 2 can attack this turn. One of them scores a wound on Tilt, who bleeds heavily from his arm, but he's still got plenty of power left. But what's this? Moving in the back. The creature approaches. It quickly zips across the battlefield and stands to rest next to its kobold brethren. It cackles to itself. It is now Clyde's turn! Okay, you have chosen an offensive action. Clyde steps up, smiles, and unleashes a whirling dervish of blades. Ha-ha! Celerity coursing through his veins. Not only does he receive an extra attack, but because he is dual-wielding, he receives an additional extra attack. That's 4 attacks total. Let us see how well he strikes, chat. See, and he also gets a +1, so boop. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Mother of God. This creature takes a minor wound as Clyde twirls and slices. The next attack sends him stumbling forward. Clyde falls to his knee and trips over his own speed. The rest of his attacks are cancelled. For the one cares not for your strength. The one comes for us all. It is now Tilt's turn. He is hard pressed. You have chosen a utility action. Tilt steps back and sees that he's hard pressed by kobolds. Tilt frowns and then has an idea. Tilt will step back and will attempt to trade places with this kobold using tricky fighting. He receives a +1 to this because he is a halfling. Hey! Dumbass! What's that? Meh? Fucking idiot. Well done! It is now Valerie's turn. What do you do, chat? You have chosen to use a special ability. Valerie pulls open her spellbook. Which do you choose, chat? Choose quickly, for you have little time. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. You have chosen Shocking Wave. Valerie pulls deep within herself and begins to cast Shocking Wave, having used up half of her mana. She steps forward. Eat this, foul creatures! Shocking Wave! Catching all the kobolds, who attempt to evade the lightning as best they can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mother of God. The 2 in the back receive only minor electrical wounds, but the 3 in the front receive the full force of the blast, exploding in guts and viscera as lightning crackles and fires in all directions. Holy shit, good job, nerd! These creatures shall taste the power of the wind! Excellent job. It is now the enemy's turn. The kobolds move up again, attempting to take down Clyde and Tilt, stepping over their fallen brethren. Let me clean up the battlefield here. Ooh, actually, that's right, I can't. Alright. Kobold 1 attacks Tilt, receiving a +5. Striking Tilt, cutting at the arm. Oh! Kobold 2 attacks Clyde with a +1. Missing completely. Kobold 7 attacks Clyde, striking another wound. Damn it! These little fucking shits! It is now Barghest's turn.
By the Dark Lord, by he that destroys, I ask not that you give us time, but rather strength.
With a singular roar, he will cry out, and the power of his god of destruction will surge through his allies, healing them. Blah! The kobolds stand up and move into position. It appears that these kobolds are far too super destroyed in order to res. Unfortunately, Clyde cannot use Disruptive, because that was not a spell, but rather the channeled force of the god of destruction, and is not casting. As such, it is now Clyde Vanson's turn, who quickly recovers from his downed state. What do you do, chat? Okay, offensive action. You have chosen an offensive action. Clyde will unleash 4 attacks. 4 glorious, gory attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. The first 2 strikes will find purchase in the newly risen kobold, striking him down easily. The second strike will strike out at this kobold, dropping him to the ground. But once more, another 1, as Clyde, going too fast, falls down here in front of the bar guest. Okay. It is now Tilt's turn. What do you do, chat? You have chosen an offensive action. Tilt steps up and swings his mighty blade, but fails terribly, whiffing into the air. Damn! Shit! Fucking fuck! Shit! Fuck! It is now Valerie's turn. You select a special ability. Which spell do you choose, chat? Choose quickly, chat! You have chosen Doom! Valerie summons forth her power and points out at Barghest, if you serve a creature of destruction, then you shall be doomed! The Barghest reels back from the spell. It tries to resist it, and succeeds. Doom bounces off the creature as it cackles.
Barghest is already doomed, elf bitch.
No! The kobolds move in. This one moves up to protect its master and attacks Clyde and receives advantage from his prone state. But fails! Misses completely! The other two move in on Tilt, who is heavily wounded. Kill the halfling! Eat his shorts! Kill the halfling! Wear his hair! I like his hair. What the fuck? Two resounding blows as Tilt falls backwards. I ain't got much left in me, kid. Ain't got much left in me. Hold fast, Tilt! Valerie, can you aid him? I will try. It is now Clyde's turn. Yo, he tilted as fuck. Yes. Quickly, chat. You have not much time left. 5 seconds. You have chosen an offensive action. Clyde, still pumping with power from celerity, unleashes his strength. 4 attacks. The first attack misses the kobold, But it was merely a bait, as Clyde steps forward and cuts the blade across the kobold's throat as it falls to the ground. Clyde steps forward and strikes at the Barghest, the first shot bouncing off a magical shield of faith that the Barghest possessed. But the spell is expended, and Clyde continues his onslaught, and will cut the creature across the face. How do you feel now, creature? Where is your confidence?
I'm going to eat you.
It is now Tilt's turn. Choose quickly! Choose carefully, chat! You have chosen a defensive action. Tilt raises his blade and attempts to defend himself, and Valerie... Valerie! I'll hold him back! Set up what you need! Valerie will nod at Tilt and will turn to face her enemies. It is now Valerie's turn! Quickly, chat! You have chosen a special ability. Valerie pulls forth her spells. Which do you choose? You have selected Shocking Wave. Valerie will step to the side, lining up the kobolds. The fury of the wind claim you! The kobolds attempt to resist the spell. Holy Mother of God! The first two kobolds jump to the ground, easily evading. The one in the back is electrocuted beyond recognition. It is now the enemy's turn. The kobolds press in on Tilt and try to finish him. Tilt is in a defensive position, and his AC is much higher than normal. As the kobolds fail to strike at him. Get back, creatures! The Barghest, however, looks at Clyde.
We'll see how strong your will is.
As it breathes in deep and lets forth a horrible scream. All right, chat. Check your headphones. I'm going to try not to make this really bad. As the creature screams directly in Clyde's Vanson's ears, it will use its blasphemous scream ability. Clyde must make a will save to attempt to ward off the creature's effects. He will use his wisdom. Oh, whoops. Actually, that's the wrong number. It's supposed to be a +3. It doesn't matter. He made it. Clyde is shaken by the creature's scream, but doesn't falter. I've heard a better scream out of this kid I fought in the academy, and he was better looking than you. It is now Clyde's turn. The fight is beginning to turn, chat. The creature is losing its confidence, as it seems that the battle has shifted. It is Clyde's turn! Clyde steps forward to unleash his fury! You have chosen an offensive action! Clyde steps forward and unleashes his fury. 4 strikes on the boss! The first strike is a critical hit as the Barghast stumbles back as its ear is cut from its head. Other, smaller wounds light up the creature's chest. Clyde steps around to the side and sees that the fire behind the creature is smoldering at a high temperature. The flames leap high. The creature steps back away from the fire, as if frightened. It is now Tilt's turn. You have chosen a defensive action. Tilt keeps his sword up, hard pressed by the kobolds. Valerie will step up and will time to decide her action. You have chosen a special ability. Valerie pulls out her spellbook. Which do you choose? You have chosen Shocking Wave. Valerie raises up her hands. The wind banish you! And will unleash her power. The kobolds attempt to avoid it. Oh! No! The first one will make a critical failure and will be engorged with so much lightning that it explodes, killing the other one anyway! Blah! The kobolds are down. Only the Barghast remain. It is now the Barghast's turn. The creature will step to the side here and will attempt to cast a spell, but Clyde will react with a disruptive attack. Not today. And will strike out at the creature. A critical hit! As the creature attempts to cast a spell, it ravers in its power to Rovagug. Not today, creature. And will stab the Barghast in the throat. Clyde will step around and kick the creature into the fire. as it burns away. It would seem that all the creatures lie in ruins. Blood drips to the ground, and the camp has been defeated. What secrets will our heroes find in the encampment? Where did these creatures come from, and why was a priest of a god of destruction leading them? Will this count for Clyde's graduation? Will he receive his badge? And what does the future hold for our heroes? Find out next time on Twitch Chat Plays Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, God. Man, I want to be clear, I was going to stop the session a little earlier before we did this camp, but you guys are having such a good time that I didn't want to, like, stop it, so. You guys are popping off. Man, like 600 of you guys stayed around, too. Thank you so much. I want to go over a few things. First of all, I've got new emotes in case anybody didn't see. There's now a D20 emote, there's a 20 emote, a 1 emote. I came out with Glory Smug, but I don't really like how it looks. I think I'm going to change it. I also have a Tilt and Mon emote, in case you guys haven't noticed. There's Glory Lol, which is Mon Mon's and Glory Tilt, which is just Tilt yelling and being absolutely pissed. For anybody that's interested in those. I have a few subs to thank, so let me go ahead and go through my sub thanking. Hold on. One moment, please, while I do that. Okay. I would like to thank the people that subbed. One moment. First up, I would like to thank Lord Barwick for subbing. Thank you so much. I would like to thank... Oh, I lost my place. Oh, there it is. I would like to thank Screwbotic. Thank you for subbing so much. That's a Twitch Prime sub. Moon, once again, thanks for subbing. Half Dice, thanks for Prime subbing. Redron, thanks for Prime subbing. Existentially Yours, thank you for the resub. You're almost to your crown. Catatonic Banana, thank you for subbing so much. Silkser, thanks for that resub. I don't know what I got myself into, but I like where this is going. Thanks for the 4 months. Carnity, thank you for the resub. And also, I believe that's a God sub. Thank you so much. And that is a crown for you. Cooking is Bravo. Thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Ginger Supreme. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Upside Down Hib. Thank you for the sub. Prometheus. Thank you for the sub. Shrap TV. Thank you for the sub. And Stillo Catano. Thank you for the Prime sub. Sorry. I had to get through a lot of those. Okay, so put your faith in the light. Yeah, bits should come through. A couple other things, and I know I kind of go over this at the end of every Twitch Chat Plays D&D session, but I'll go over it again. If you guys like what you saw, then please check out my big sub goal, because once I reach 450, I will make a second Twitch Chat Plays D&D game for each week. So that's twice, that's 100% more. That's twice as much. Hold on. 2 kawaii to live, 2 sugoi to die. Thank you for subbing so much. But you get all that together, it'll be great, and we'll have 2 games a week if you guys want to be a part of that. Rebel Fire, thanks for resubbing. You're awesome. Also, I wanted to ask you guys another straw poll, if you guys wouldn't mind. Which emote would you like to see next? Would you like to see a Clyde Bold emote? Would you like to see a Valerie something emote? Or would you like to see a more general emote? And also, yes, I do get bits. Did I miss some bits? Oh, holy shit. God of Thanks, thank you for the 1,500 bits. Thank you so much. And thanks everybody else that sent me all those tiny bits. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but that really does help. Thank you so much. And it seems that people want a Gareth Gasm emote? Maybe. I only have so many slots. So, Valerie it is. Okay, I'll do Valerie and then Clyde. I'll do it in that order. Trust me, guys. I'd love to do more emotes, but I mean, I really can't because I don't have enough slots. I have like I think 4 more slots, and another 50 subs though. I'll have another slot, so that'll be good. So I'll work on those. I'll have to save up some money to do that, but yeah, I'll get that done for you guys. And is there anything else? Anything else I can think of? Oh, that is something. I don't know if you guys like Divinity 2, especially if you guys are watching Moon Moon's stream earlier. It's like, he's like, that's a bad game to stream. But if you do like to see that, me and Stir have been streaming Divinity an entire playthrough. I don't know how much we'll be able to do today, like immediately, but because I have to go to work soon. But once I get off work, probably like later tonight, if you guys want to be a part of that, welcome you to come watch me and Stir. It's been a pretty good time. Did I miss a Prime sub? Oh no! Oh, he's telling people to. Okay. Yeah, I've been thinking about adding a talk thing. I just didn't want to have. Too many options, I guess. This is still a work in progress. Like, for example, guys, I still got to work on the character sheet so that it has all the information explained for you guys. So that'll be happening. That's going to be all that's going to be fine. This stream will get better, I hope. Also, I'm working on overlays. Like, I'm trying to get artists together. So if anybody knows an artist that can do overlays or character portraits, please ask them to contact me because I totally super duper want to. The biggest surprise, I think, was how much time you guys spent with Staven today. Like, I thought people were really going to go for, like, the Frenchman, but I guess not. That was probably That was probably my biggest surprise, was how much you guys wanted to be tacticians. That's pretty good stuff. Oh, at Arcadum, when is the Saints of the Street D&D game happening? Okay, let me explain what's going on with that. Saints of the Street is a D&D game I want to run, and I'm going to stream it, which features Stir, which features Tyradin, Ronnie, like from Womp Comic, and Mr. Musak. Unfortunately, I've not really been able to keep very much in touch with Mr. Musak, so we'll see if that happens. If not, I'm going to have to find somebody else, because I've kind of been waiting like 2 or 3 months, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I definitely want to run games with other players that are streamers and that people know, do all that classic stuff. And hopefully I'll be able to do that. But I can only do it with your guys' help. I want to get Moon in a game, like in a stream game, because he plays in a non-stream game. But then again, here's the thing, chat. He streams so much during the week, and on his weekends he doesn't want to be in a stream because he wants to relax, and I understand that. Maybe you guys can convince him, but it's going to be completely up to him. If he ever wants to, I'll be down, but I'm not going to push him. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. You guys are fantastic. You've really given me a lot of confidence to get this done, to really do this. And I am super thankful to each and every one of you that watch, each and every one of you that sub, just everything, because it's really going to help me get there. So, thank you so much, guys. I will see you guys next time. Same glory time, same glory channel.